Welcome to my eternal realm. Let me tell you the story of how this world became mine. It all started in an understaffed, underfunded lab that would create the substance that would change humanity forever.
I found out how to turn the genes off.
What do you mean you?
You found out how to turn the aging genes off?
Wait, what is a gene?
This is why I hate interns.
Genes are strands of DNA found in the nucleus. Now, DNA is a double helix structure consisting of the bases A, T, C, G. A and C go together, and C and G also go together.
What is the function of DNA?
Okay, so the DNA codes to make proteins. So here's how it works. An RNA polymerase passes over the DNA, unzipping and unwinding it. So then it looks like one side of the ladder, and then it reads the bases, and then it makes a strand of RNA, with the RNA bases being based off the DNA bases which they fit with.
The RNA moves from the nucleus to the ribosomes.
So at the ribosome, the RNA has codons, and codons are sequences of 3 bases. So the codons meet with anticodons found on cRNA, and this codes for a specific amino acid. So the amino acid joins a growing chain of other amino acids, and eventually this forms a protein. So the protein shape determines function, which determines traits.
The reason that the types of cells in the body are different is because different parts of the genes were expressed and some were not expressed.
Hey, intern. Genetic engineering was traditionally done with just restriction enzymes and bacteria cutting genes to make different genes. But now we have CRISPR, which will change history.
We have to remember to use it wisely so it doesn't get into the wrong hands.
So we were trying to delete the gene that causes aging.
Wow, so you can actually do that?
This is gonna change everything, Patrick. Can you even comprehend that?
No.
This is gonna be a breakthrough in society. People will scramble like rats to get at this, and the people who do will be like gods.
Well, let's not forget that we have to use this technology wisely. In this case, we're using it for the benefit of humanity, so it's okay.
Well, it's getting late, guys. We should probably go home.
Yeah.
Okay, bye everyone. We're gonna go up there.
Bye.
Be good.
Hey, why don't we just take that route?
For last time, that way is longer, this way is shorter.
Well, we're scientists, you know? I mean, like, we should probably test it first.
Fine, go there. You'll make a fine scientist if you keep doing these experiments.
I knew he would want to do that. Didn't see that coming, just as I planned. When I was young, all I had to eat was milk, and eventually a special genetic mutation was turned on that reverses the expression of the LPR5 gene to give me really strong bones. I guess I should make it easier for them, though. It's nice to have a challenge every once in a while.
I should probably make sure that... Oh no! What happened? There was no one here! I need a detective. Right here.
What happened?
I was walking down the other path, and I checked to make sure if he was okay, and he's dead.
Who was he?
He was an intern at the lab that I worked with.
You look for clues. His footprint. Must have taken quite a fall for that, but from where?
The closest ledge is 10 feet up.
And climbing down must have been slow and noisy. But if you were to fall off, surely would have broken at least one bone. Any science that could explain this?
I don't know, there'll be lots to tell tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the body to a safe place, and I'll bring anything that might be evidence tomorrow to the lab.
Okay, see you then.
Where is everybody?
I'm sorry I'm late, but I have important news to tell you.
Who's that?
No, I'm Theo. I'm gonna be serving as your detective for a while.
Detective, why?
Because last night, unfortunately, Patrick was murdered.
What? But Adrian, how can you be so certain? How did it happen?
We know it was murder because of the choke marks around the victim's body, but what we don't know is how it's possible that the murderer could have jumped off the cliff to do it, which they had to have done, because otherwise it would have been way too noisy. They wouldn't have gotten away with it.
How's that possible?
Well, that's something we're going to figure out. Theo's going to figure out who did it, and we need to figure out how someone survived a 20-foot cliff jump.
Oh, I heard about this. There's a genetic mutation that can allow someone to have stronger bones. Wait, let me look at it.
Alright, well, I mean, it is great to figure out how someone could have done it, but why would they have done it? I need to figure out what the motives might have been, you know?
Oh, I found it. The mutation causes a reversal in the expression of the LRP5 gene, which normally gives someone lower bone density.
What is a genetic mutation?
Okay, so basically a mutation is it's when a base is substituted, inserted, or deleted from a genetic sequence, and it's usually a mistake that occurs during meiosis.
In fact, thousands of genetic diseases happen from one base pair change.
Genetic mutations are typically caused by mutagens or toxins and affecting the cells, and only go transfer to the offspring if it affects the sex cell.
Well, guys, I just want to know, was there anything that had happened on the day of the murder in the lab? Anything at all?
Well, we just found the gene that causes aging. Why?
Well, this might prove to be very important. Well, goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
So, what will you be doing when you get home?
Probably gonna tell my friends about Patrick's death.
I still can't believe who killed him.
Yeah, well, he deserved to die. And anyway, I'm one step closer now.
What do you mean?
Let's be honest, Adrian. A few lives mean nothing when dealing with matters as important as this. And you're no exception. That mortal thinks he can hurt me with a stone. Little does he know, back in the lab, I used the CRISPR technology to delete the pain-causing genes from many of my body cells. Your sacrifice will be appreciated, Adrian. Your soul rests in my heavenly kingdom.
You monster, you know as well as I do, you'll never become a god.
CRISPR is a very useful technology. Of course, we have to be very responsible with it.
Yeah, definitely. It's another murder. Come on.
Oh my god. Oh. Adrian!
Probably by the same person.
Oh my god, does this mean I'm next?
You'll be fine.
But how will we find the murderer?
We could use gel electrophoresis if we compare the DNA from the different crime scenes. And since the gel is positively charged, and so is the DNA, 'cause it has ions, and it'll push the gene fragments, and it gives us a snapshot of what the DNA is. And if they're the same, it's going to tell us something, but maybe we should just go home for now.
Okay, tell me if you need anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The darkness won't save him now. As a child, there were constant night raids, and to survive, you had to be able to see. So I adapted like a survivor would, and the nyclotopin gene was expressed. It's lucky I have that now.
Hello? Who are you? Alright, I'm gonna be right there, but watch out for Elijah Harcum.
Well played, Theo, but just not good enough. Now, let my heavenly kingdom reign over all these peasants for all of eternity!